Now on Palm Beach TV.
Welcome to all of our neighbors. I look forward to presenting our project to you today because I think a lot of the information that you have received is inaccurate.
I'm the guy who says, no, you're wrong. Special exception is needed. And I'm kind of flabbergasted that anybody actually doesn't believe that.
An emotionally charged issue returns to council chambers. Reaction to the latest redevelopment plans for the Paramount building.
It's not cure-all, but these things are incrementally productive to try.
The town council revisits work hours, trying to cut seasonal traffic one vehicle at a time. And we celebrate 2 Civic Association directors honored for their extraordinary contributions to our community on National Philanthropy Day. Those stories straight ahead.
The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast, sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Now, the news.
Welcome to Palm Beach TV. I'm Sally Lewis. This week, we're covering key topics before the town council, including a renewed traffic mitigation effort as season ramps up. And in this Wright News Follow the Story, the redevelopment of the historic Paramount Theater is once again before the town council. At Thursday's Town Council Development Review, WEG Paramount returned with its latest plans, first shared conceptually with the council in July to redevelop the landmark building as part of a settlement agreement between the town and Paramount owner Lester Werner. The revised proposal reduces the private club from the original 475 members to 175. Club hours were revised to 6 p.m. to midnight, Monday through Friday, noon to midnight Saturday, and noon to 11 p.m. on Sunday. Plans include 5,400 square feet of retail space, an 80-seat cafe open to the public Monday through Saturday, church seating for 200 on Sundays until 11 a.m., and a residence on the second and third floors of 16,486 square feet under AC. During the often contentious 2.5-hour hearing, 2 issues dominated the discussion: differing assessments of the traffic impact a private club could have on the already congested Sunrise and North County Road intersection, and whether the size of the residence requires a special exception on allowed use in the district provided it meets certain conditions.
To state in the record that because you have a very large residence, that all of a sudden it's the same as a residential development in any other residential land use in the town is just contradictory to the language.
One of the things that's clear, and you've probably read the opposition too, is that the size of the residence up there is not consistent. I think they would entertain, at least I understand, much of smaller units.
And if we did that, they'd say, up, you're adding 5 trips to the road. You can't do that. Up, you're adding 5 parking spaces.
So.
No, that's what they've done for everything we've done.
Town Attorney Joanne O'Connor described the matter as a legal process issue, one that could not be resolved Thursday due to the meeting's time limit. The dispute stems from the council's July 2024 denial of WEG Paramount's special exception request for a 475-member private club, which is in the commercial town-serving zoning district. Thursday's review was the first of 2 planned public hearings under the FLUADRA process, the Florida Land Use and Environmental Dispute Resolution Act, designed to give property owners and local governments a way to resolve land use disputes outside of court. At the start of the hearing, Seth Bain, a certified land planner and attorney hired to represent the town in the dispute, presented the special magistrate's recommendation based on the revised proposal.
There was a special magistrate's finding that the proposed revisions would be, in her opinion, a prudent compromise. I would note, however, the magistrate recognized that the project must come before you in a public hearing, and that it is ultimately the town council that must make the determination if the revised proposal is consistent with your Code of Ordinances and Comprehensive Plan.
On Thursday, the council did not have an opportunity to hear public comment, but there were 529 pages of feedback for and against the project submitted through the town's portal. The council voted to defer this first public hearing to next month's development review meeting on December 10th. Werner and his son Trent bought the property in 2021 for $14 million. The Palm Beach Police and Fire Foundation and the Palm Beach Civic Association are among the building's tenants. This is a story we will continue to follow. If you were in town last season, you remember the heavy rush hour traffic. With another busy season ahead, the town council is taking early steps to help ease congestion. On November 12th, the council agreed to temporarily adjust construction and landscape work hours, giving crews more flexibility on when to start and end their day. In a 4-1 vote, with Councilwoman Eriskog dissenting, the council approved the same hours implemented last February, but this time putting them in place a few months earlier. Under the temporary schedule, noisy work is permitted from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., with quiet work beginning at 7:30. Workers may arrive as early as 7 a.m., except on weekends and observed town holidays.
I think it worked really well, and I think it's a piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole puzzle, but it's a piece of the puzzle that allows us to do some traffic mitigation.
The resolution allows quiet work on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve until noon, and as of now remains in effect through May 15th, 2026, when seasonal traffic typically eases. The 39th Annual National Philanthropy Day Luncheon was held on November 12th at the Kravis Center, celebrating the extraordinary spirit of giving in our community. This special day honors the power of philanthropy and recognizes the people and organizations whose generosity makes a lasting difference. 2 of the Civic Association's directors were among this year's honorees. Catherine Vasilio, a director since 2020, was the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award. And Pauline Pitt, a director since 2015, was recognized as Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser. The Association of Fundraising Professionals was founded in 1960 with 240 chapters worldwide, including Palm Beach County. The luncheon was attended by Civic Association Chairman Michael Pasillo, CEO Mary Robison, Executive Committee Member and Healthcare Committee Chair Judy Goodman, Communications Coordinator and Our Town journalist William Kelly, and many others involved with the Civic Association. The Civic Association congratulates all of the honorees. And that wraps up Palm Beach TV. Stay up to date with the island's only newscast at palmbeachcivic.org and through our social media. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you to let us know how we can further provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.